All right. Got my H2O. Now to wait for the people. Just waiting on some people. I mean, I know it's like Sunday night. Oh, hey, Steven, you're the first one here. Let's see who else shows up. Tom Hibbert. Hello. Hello, Quentin. Starting to get people in. That's good. John McKinney. Gonna wait for some more people. Oh, that's good. It's a good day. As Ice Cube would say, today was a good day. Just gonna wait for some more people to show up before we go into the whole video. We do have a lot of books. Well, it's actually not a lot. It looks like a lot of books, but it's not really a lot of books. So I'm just gonna give it a minute or so, and see who shows up. Just gonna drink my water. Yeah, mostly free stuff. I mean, it is free comic book day. Always remember, people, to hydrate. Not really, Steven. Not really. The GoBots I have no interest in the GoBots, really. Do I miss Dark Horse? Yeah, a little bit. But then again, I haven't read the Marvel stuff yet. I haven't read Marvel's Predator yet, so I can't really. I can't judge. I can't judge. So yeah, I can't. Yeah, I can't judge because I haven't read it yet. So, do I miss it back at Dark Horse? Yeah. Do I? I'm not. I mean, the Marvel Alien stuff has been good. The Marvel Alien stuff has been good for the 2 volumes I've read so far. So, we will see how well they do with Predator. They took a lot. They took Star Wars, took Conan, Alien, and Predator, and I think that's about it. We'll see. That'll have to be a Patreon request for Suicide Squad versus Thunderbolts, honestly. That's really it. Man, it's a desolate place right now. Free comic vodka day. Were you trying to say comic, and it just stroked out for a second? It's Tom. Yes, I do listen to this System of a Down, John. It was hanging there the whole damn time. It just decides to fall. It was hanging there the whole weekend. It was hanging there the whole weekend. And it just came, that little hanger just came down. It was like, that was so perfect. They can't take Terminator because that's under Paramount. So that's under Dark Horse. I don't even know how to respond to that. Well, I guess we've been here for 6 minutes. Might as well get to the good stuff. So, as you guys know, every first weekend in May, it's Free Comic Book Day, and I got some books. Not a lot, really, only one trade, and my girlfriend and I hit 3 different comic shops in here. One we knew, the other 2 that were alien to us, and it was a lot of fun. I thoroughly enjoyed it. So I'm kind of going to go through them now. I've only read 1 book so far, so I can't really attest to all of them. But yeah, I mean like the books I have read. Jason showed up at the right time. So I've only read 1 of the Free Comic Book Day issues, and that's it. So, but yeah. As always, the Free Comic Book Day comics, it's just more like, get hyped for this thing that you gotta pay for. That's how it goes. So the one I did read so far was the Spider-Man Venom book. I know, Zeb Wells, Spider-Man, and Al Ewing's Venom, which is hard to pin down. Really, Zeb Wells' Spider-Man continues to be just nothing but garbage because it's just Spider-Man fighting a drugged-up gorilla, and Doc Ock is planning things. That's really it. And Venom introduces a new villain called Flexo, which sounds like a form of duct tape that guy who's selling flex tape would sell. Get ready for Flexo! But it's actually like kind of a lot more creepier than it is, because I like this idea that like these inventors made a quote-unquote robot who is really a symbiote. But on the same end of that spectrum, I'm like, can we stop with the symbiotes that have been on Earth the whole time? I feel like it's been kind of played out. It's the Flexo is the new Venom villain that's showing up in Al Ewing's Venom. So, yeah. There you go. Next. Oop, almost fell on me. Whoop. Next up, we have Dawn of DC Night's Terrors Special Edition. This is the preview for the upcoming DC event called Night Terrors, which will be kind of like Actually, they got some nice covers in here. There's not a lot of ads in here. I kind of like that we do get a little story and artwork by Chris Bocciolo, which actually looks really good. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it looks really good. Like I said, I haven't read this yet, so this will probably be next on my list. And also some neat character. Like, this is a nice book. They do like some cool character designs and cover art. Like, check that out. That is some like metal artwork right there. So I'm actually looking forward to Night Terrors, this upcoming event. It's going to be kind of nice to see like the Dreamwell. And I do wonder if they are going to involve if this is going to involve Sandman, the Sandman character as well, because I think this is kind of an event perfect for Morpheus. Anyway, next up we have Star Trek, the Day of Blood prelude. This is just more of a multiple stories. We have some from Lower Decks. We have one from from Bold New Worlds, Strange New Worlds. Excuse me. And we're doing some Klingon stuff in here by the looks of it. Again, I have to stress I haven't read these, so yeah. Next up, we have Marvel Voices, just a collection in Wiccan. This is the last one on the rack, and I was like, all right, I can go for a multiple characters. anthology. No, very little ads. That's what I like. I'm glad. Side note: I am glad that like we are getting to a point in free comic book day comics where it's not just like little previews of little 6-page stories and just a shit ton of ads. It's more like, hey, some of these will actually be full blown stories, and if you want to read more, go check them out. Next up, we have Zeb Wells' Conan the Barbarian. Well, I do have problems with Zeb Wells' Spider-Man. I really am excited for this Conan series because Zeb Wells was writing Conan for Marvel before they lost it and it went to Titan Books. So Zeb has managed to go to Jim's. What was it, Jim Zub or Zeb Wells? Hang on, I want to find this out real quick. Who did the writing? Because was it Zeb Wells or Jim Zub? I think it was Zeb Wells. I don't know. Either way. Oh, yeah, it is Jim Zub. Thank you, Trevor. Yeah, so this is the start of the Jim Zub era for Conan the Barbarian over at Titan. It looks like a full story. Like, it's not just a bunch of mini stories. It looks like, yeah, this is how we're getting, like, Titan is introducing Conan the Barbarian to Titan books. Speaking of Conan characters, Red Sonja, the 50th anniversary free comic book day special. My girlfriend loves Red Sonja, so we were looking for this one a lot. So it was very nice to see that this one got we were able to find it because we couldn't find it at the other two stores, but our more local one that we go to had it. So this will be really cool to read. It's got some great artwork from, I believe that's Art Adams on the artwork. I could be wrong, but yeah, it looks really good. Let's see. Next up, we have School for Extraterrestrial Girls. No idea what this is, but it had a cover of the Breakfast Club, so I'm down for that. Then we have TMNT, the 80. It looks like the 80s continuity. And what's really cool is if you look right over there, we get an animated 80s animated universe version of Toka and Razar. I'm very excited to see what they do with Toka and Razar in this continuity, so I'm ready to read that. Next, we have Mech Cadets from Greg Pak. Won't be the last time we talk about him on this stream, but Mech Cadets is a comic from Mech Cadet U, and is getting a Netflix series, so that'll be really cool to see. I'm very much looking forward to seeing how this will play out. I wanted to read Mech Cadet U, so this will be interesting to read and see how it stacks up against the upcoming Netflix series. And we have Ranger Academy. I had no idea what this was. I had no idea what Ranger Academy was, but I don't think the 80s cartoon did Toka and Razar. I thought it was just a 90s movie exclusive, and that was it. But I could be wrong. Yeah, I had no idea that we were getting a Power Rangers Academy comic. So this will be so I'm very excited and interested to read that. Next up, we have Tim Burton's Nightmare Before Christmas, The Battle for the Pumpkin King. This is like the origin story of how Jack got to be the Pumpkin King and I guess led to his rivalry with Oogie. They've been doing a lot of these mangas of the character of Nightmare Before Christmas, so I'm curious to see how this will play out. And Disney's been doing a lot of manga, so this plays into it. And they've been doing a lot more merchandise for Nightmare Before Christmas, so this just kind of plays into it. No, it's a adaptation of Mech Cadet U. All right. Next, we have Uncanny Avengers. Uncanny Avengers. This is the last one of the free comics. Uncanny Avengers is the story to the upcoming comic of Uncanny Avengers that will tie into Fall of X. Very curious. I loved Rick Remender's Uncanny Avengers up until Axis. But yeah, it'll be kind of cool to see this. Now let's get into the books I actually spent money on. Starting off with 2 issues of Tales from the Dark Multiverse, Death of Superman, and Blackest Night. Yeah, found these. These were $1 a piece. I always enjoyed the Tales from the Dark Multiverse stuff. These are very cool. My girlfriend saw these and she's like, I want to get the whole trade. Like, these look really cool. So she's now hunting for Tales from the Dark Multiverse. I wasn't really interested in getting a lot of them, though they do look cool, and I have read some issues of them. But yeah, Death of Superman and Blackest Night were ones I was like, all right, these are ones I'd like to own. Another one would probably be maybe Judas Contract, because that one's done by Kyle Higgins, and I want to see how he writes Teen Titans. Following that, we have Penguin Triumphant. Penguin Triumphant is a comic by John Ostrander, who most of you guys would know best as the guy who created Suicide Squad. This is basically, from what I skimmed over, it looks like Penguin with it, but in Wolf of Wall Street. Like, that's the only way to describe it, is like Wolf of Wall Street or just the Michael. What's his name? Shawn Michael. The guy who played Gordon Gekko. But with Penguin instead. So there you go. Oh, that's cool, Jason. You have the War of the Gods and the Flashpoint issues, and plus the trades. Do you have both trades? Because there are 2 different trades. Yeah. So Penguin Triumphant. Looking forward to this. I am I'm always a fan of Penguin stuff whenever I find it, so I had to add it because Penguin is my favorite Batman villain. Next up, we have 2, because these were both $1 a piece if I got on a deal. DC Comics Presents The Flash, and the other one is The Metal Man. These were just 2 random issues, and I'm always down for a good team-up book. So seeing my boy Superman team up with I think this is the pre-crisis era of comics. So this is issue 4 and issue. Oh shit! This is number 1. They're not worth anything really, but it is kind of. I didn't realize that this was issues 1 and 4 of Superman of DC Comics Presents. So that's kind of cool. This was basically the Superman team up book for those wondering. Next up is a comic I just saw on the rack, and I was like, I want to check this out. And that is Monster Tag Team. Monster Tag Team, I have no idea what this book is. As you can see, we got a vampire and werewolf, so looking forward to that. And yeah, maybe this will interest me into getting more of these books, because this is American Mythology Productions. I've never heard of these people, but this looks really cool. Now on to the other thing. I got to show all 5 issues. And that is the all 5 issues of Army of Darkness versus Reanimator Necronomicon Rising. This is the Reanimator at Evil Dead crossover between Ash and Herbert West. And it's also, I believe, the sequel to the Army of Darkness versus Reanimator book they did in 2007, which Dynamite said they over and over again they'd like swear that they would they swore up and down that they would re-release the original Army of Darkness Reanimator crossover, but I have yet to see it. And I was going to wait for trade. I was really going to wait for trade for this. But then I remembered, oh yeah, Dynamite's been really kind of slacking on the trade release, especially when it comes to crossovers. So I was like, I'm just going to get it now because I don't know how long it's going to take for them to produce this in trade. And all 5 issues were right there. So I was like, fuck it. I try to look away from single issues these days, mostly because it's a lot of space that I don't have. So yeah, but I really wanted to read this. So I'm looking forward to this. I very much am looking forward to this. And finally, the only trade I got from the entire comic, Herc, the complete series. Now, Herc is a Marvel book this is the complete collection of Greg Pak's Hercules comic from from like the 2010s. And basically what it is for those who don't know this comic, this is set after an event called Chaos War, where Hercules lost his immortality. Thank you, 2012, like I said, early 2010s. And in this comic, Herc lost his power after the Chaos War and is now a bartender in Brooklyn. And he has all of his god powers are gone, and he's just trying to run a bar, and he's running into problems with his dad. He's also dealing with the Kingpin, and also all the monsters he's fought throughout Greek mythology, and they all know he's mortal now, but he still is a warrior and still has all the weapons. Think of it as like Cheers meets God of War. Like, that's the best way to describe it. Needed to hydrate. Hello, Andre. I got Shadow Man, Dark Legacy, Shaman King Flowers, Bloodline, Daughter of Blade 1 through 3, Tom Holland's Frightlight, and Grumble versus the Goon, among many others. That's some good vines. Yeah. Oh, that was also cool, Jason, that you found like the Marvel 2-in-1, which was all the Thing team ups. Cheers meets God of War. I never thought I'd hear that compare. That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what this comic is. It's just Hercules running a bar. People come in to ruin his day, from Kingpin to Hades to the Hobgoblin. And yeah, I'm very much looking forward to this. This looks like a lot of fun. Anyone who's anyone in the Marvel universe, it's just, yeah. Poor Hercules is just getting his ass kicked all the damn time from everyone who wants to come in and ruin his day. Yeah. So I think this also tied into Spider Island, if I'm not mistaken. I think there was either a Spider Island tie-in or it was a Fear Itself tie-in. I really can't remember of those two. Yeah, it did tie into Spider Island. I just found it. Spider Island tie-in. So, yeah. All right. Have a good work shift, Jason. And also, speaking of, since I have you all here, big announcement, big-ish announcement. The newest chapter to Dark Phoenix in the Infinityverse, the shared fanfiction universe my friend Jason and I work on together. That chapter's done. That chapter's done as of today, and will be posted sometime either later tonight or tomorrow. Yeah, that chapter's done. We've been working on it for a long time. It was a massive chapter because it's the end of Act 1 of the Dark Phoenix saga. And now we're going to get into Act 2, start getting into Act 2, along with some other stuff. Yeah, so I figured get hyped. That's fine. It's finally out. Like, it's finally coming out after nearly over a year. But guys, that was a big chapter, and we were just we were dealing with other stuff. And we're not getting paid for this. I'm very excited to read this. Just side note, I'm just very excited to read this. Yep. Yeah, this looks like a lot of fun, and I thought I'd share all those comics with you. Yeah, usually I buy a lot more trades because there's a lot of heavy discounts on them. I did pick up Ranger Academy, Mike. I did. I did show it off. I did pick up Ranger Academy. I haven't read it yet. The only one I read was the Spider-Man Venom book, and that was it. I should have started with something else, but that was at the top of the pile, and I was like, I'll just fucking read this first. And shocker, it's not. The Venom part is more interesting than the Spider-Man part. Yeah, I did hear about Shadow Man getting a video game. Chris was actually really excited for it. Yeah, Chris was very excited for um, Shadow Man to get a game. I'm surprised we haven't gotten Exo Manowar. That would be the one I personally would have picked from Valiant Comics is Exo Manowar. And I think the next one we all know is probably going to be Bloodshot, right? Like Bloodshot makes a lot of sense. Maybe Harbinger, that might be one. But yeah, it is cool that like Shadow Man, because Valiant has kind of been up and down from what I've heard as of late. Like there was that big rise, and then at post Bloodshot, the Bloodshot movie, it's been kind of down. Oh, Ninjak would be really cool. Ninjak would be a lot of fun. I think that, yeah, Ninjak would be really cool too. Is Valiant dead? Wounded, not dead, from what I understand. It's mortally wounded, but not dead. That's the thing. Red King, we're not doing those questions, so please stop asking. Harbinger team. That would be something. That would be something. I don't understand. I don't know a lot about Valiant, so my knowledge about them is limited. So just know that. I will say, though, a Quantum and Woody game would be a lot of fun. I will say that would be a lot of fun, a Quantum and Woody game. Yeah, I do think that would be. Valiant Universe is best described as more of hard sci-fi and pulp fiction compared to Marvel. Okay, Chris keeps saying like he'll send me Valiant books, but I know he's been busy, so I've been kind of keeping my distance. Also, it's really like there's a lot of this is too much too soon. Have I ever read a comic from Malibu Comics? I have. It was Prime versus the Incredible Hulk, and I got it. I can't remember how I got it, but it was I think it was someone who was getting rid of comics, and they had that one, and I loaned it to someone who this could sound so dumb. I loaned it to someone who I had a crush on, and I thought, hey, I'll let you read it and you can check it out. I loaned it to him. I never got it back. What really pisses me off, it had a thing of authenticity from Stan Lee, like it had a signature from Stan Lee in it. And my love-struck dumbass forgot it should have known better. Remember, Kings, never be a simp. I wouldn't mind Malibu coming back. It's super 90s and really bad, but at the same time, I would not be opposed to having. Oh shit! I actually do have a Malibu book in my collection. It's the Rune Silver Surfer crossover. Yeah, I still have that. The Ultraverse. I would not mind the Ultraverse coming back. I mean, if you can bring back the Ultimate Universe, and DC is bringing back the Wildstorm universe, just bring back the Ultraverse. Just come on, do it. Always got to hydrate, people. Oh, thank you for reminding me, Lunar. Yeah, for those who didn't hear, they're doing miniseries for JSA characters. Sandman, Wesley Dodd, Alan Scott, Green Lantern, and Jay Garrick. Yeah, so Jay, Alan, Wesley are all getting miniseries. I don't know who the creative teams are, but I was very excited, and I sent the information to Chris, and he had a ball. Now, like Chris, aka, of course, you guys know him best as Mount Vernon Kid. I sent him the information, like, "Hey, check, dude, have you heard about this?" And he, dude, that's his favorite team right there. Chris's favorite team is Justice Society of America, and he loves those characters. So he was very excited to see those. I'm actually real. Lunar has said it best. I'm very excited to see Wesley Dodd. I love Jay, I love Alan, and I'm very excited for those comics. But the one that really got me was Wesley Dodd. And I was like, Wesley's getting a book? Holy shit! In this day and age, yeah, I'm down for that. I want to know who's writing him. I want to know the creative team behind that. Yeah, absolutely. Like, yeah, I'm very excited for those 3 books. Hopefully, they'll have more of the JSA characters. Hopefully, Wildcat Ted Grant would get one. If they do another 3, my 3 picks would be Atom Smasher, Wildcat, and the original Black Canary, Dinah's mother. Have I seen Guardians of the Galaxy 3? I have not. I've been busy. Tim Sheridan. Fuck. He's doing the Alan. Fuck. Does anyone know the Wesley Dodd? Who's doing Wesley Dodd? I really hope it's someone good. Oh, Our Man would be cool. Our Man would be cool. I would be totally down for an Our Man miniseries. That's cool, Andre. Yeah, they really do. I think it'd be a lot of fun to do an Our Man miniseries and focus on all 3 Our Men. Is like that. I think that would be a lot of fun. Have it written by Grant Morrison. Boom, there's your book. Yeah, tell me a Grant Morrison Our Man comic wouldn't make you go, "Oh, Houston, we have no problems." You're welcome for that reference. What video game would I like to play coming out this year? I'd say the Texas Chainsaw Massacre game. Grant Morrison and Our Man, take my money now. Lunar's over here like, oh, take me there. Jeremy Adams. It's not bad. I think I've heard some of his work. Yes, I have heard of the Dark Pictures anthology. A lot of it I heard was not great. Hell, I actually know I watched playthroughs, and some of those games are pretty good, but it's all the same game. That's the problem. It's all the same game. Oh yeah, there was supposed to be an Our Man show. Yeah, I know it's from the Quarry and Until Dawn, but it's all the same game. That's what I'm saying. I love how we have two vastly juxtaposing um, opinions on the Quarry right behind each other. The Quarry was so good. The Quarry was so disappointing. uh, no, I have not read Giant Killer, Andre. Dark Pictures were interesting. Dark Pictures was a bust. Treva and Lunar have very vastly differing opinions on these games, and I'm here for it. This isn't a bit. I know it's not. It's just fun coincidence. I'm laughing my ass off at it. The only way, only one way to break it. Any opinion on the upcoming Spider-Man event in Amazing Spider-Man 26? None whatsoever, because Zeb Wells' books are really bad. The Zeb Wells Spider-Man books are really god awful. Really don't like them, and yeah, I will see. Like, I'm just gonna like I talked about it before in another video where I was like, if you don't like something, just don't look at it, and that's how you win over these companies. Is like you don't just hate buy something, you just you vote with your dollar. I will, however, check it out online when someone posts it because I know someone will. Yeah, I did hear about Teenage Kraken. It looks like a weird movie, but it could be interesting. This is what you do, Marvel. Exactly, this is what you do. What comic book characters do I hate? Moonstone, for a number of reasons. It's late, and I'm not gonna have time to list them off. But yeah, well, it is getting late. I have work, and oh, have I seen the Justice League Ruby movie? No, I have not yet. Not that I don't want to. I'm gonna check it out. But yeah, well, It is time for me to hit the dusty trail. It's my cue to skidoo. So hope I bid you all good night. And other than that, I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the multiverse.